13 minutes after that time, yes, it's that time. It's time for Island Tea. I'm here with my man, AZ. What's up?
Hey, good morning. Pleasant morning to everybody. I trust that everyone is doing quite well. Yes, I want to start off with our morning quote. It's without continual growth and progress, such words as improvement, achievement, and success have no meaning. That's from Benjamin Franklin. And I'm going to say that again. Benjamin Franklin, he said, and I quote, without continual growth and progress, such words as improvement, achievement, and success have no meaning. I want to say a pleasant morning to everybody this morning. It is indeed a beautiful morning. It is Thursday, the 12th of October, and this morning we have a number of guests who are going to be in studio with us and from various organizations. We have the St. Kitts Nevis Media Association at 8:30. We have the Ross University Scholarship Program at 8:45. At 9:15, we have the SL Hosfords. They're going to be talking about their new product alert. And at 9:30 this morning, we have some youth parliamentarians. I know Sniper, as the persons know, they participated in what I am going to try. They're going to bring more information on it, but there was a regional youth sit-in sometime recent, and so they're going to give us more details as it relates to that, and then a little about what the organization is doing. I know yesterday during our discussions, and a comment was read. I want to apologize for that comment. I think we would have gotten above ourselves, and
not we, you, not we.
Okay,
let's get that straight.
And so, apologies as that comment. We're going to have the Media Association here this morning, and we could ask them questions. So I'm just hoping and trusting that everyone is having a beautiful morning. And let's just go into some of the news that we have this morning. And I'm going to look at some articles. It says here, Guyanese urged to practice water conservation. And so, even here in St. Kitts and Nevis, we have spoken about the need to practice water conservation. And when I saw this article this morning, I said, wow, so it is something that is affecting not only us here in St. Kitts and Nevis, but those our neighbors. And so it says Agriculture Minister is urging Guyanese to practice water conservation as the country continues to experience a prolonged dry season, which is projected to continue until the end of November. The article goes on to say too that he has also sought to reassure that Guyana has adequate water supply to meet essential needs. And there's now a quote by said minister in the article. He says, I have spoken to the head of Hydromet yesterday and he told me by the end of next month we might have some changes in the weather. So far, we have enough water in the system to take care of our needs, but that does not mean that we must go about wasting the water. We must conserve the fresh water that we have in these times. And so we see that is happening there. Even in other news, I see that in Grenada there was a 12-year-old girl missing, and she's no longer missing. She has been found. Let me just read that article so persons may be aware. It says the Royal Grenada Police Force is advising the public that Tanisha Nelson, 12, is back home. Tanisha was originally reported missing on October 4th, 2023. Wow, those would have been some days. It's the 12th now. And they said that the Royal Grenada Police Force says that Tanisha was found on Thursday, October 5th. Okay, October 5th. So just one day. And was returned to her place of residence. The police force has extended appreciation to the public for its assistance in locating her. Okay, so she was missing for was reported missing on the 4th of October, and she was found on the 5th of October. Okay, but this article was published 16 hours ago. Okay, so we are looking at, there's this article that says 10 great marketing jobs in TNT, St. Lucia, Grenada, and Barbados. Interesting. So even though these are, jobs in the region, I know with our skills and, even though we may be Kitishans, we are still, and, persons within CARICOM are still given the opportunity to work abroad. So there are marketing jobs available and for qualified job seekers, and they're saying it's on CaribbeanJobs.com. So recruiters are seeking the best talent to fill vacancies in TNT, St. Lucia, Grenada, and Barbados. Job seekers should assess the detailed job descriptions to ensure that they possess the right skills, experience, qualifications. And it says here, a person seeking employment can choose between a range of job opportunities and some great locations. And then here it says that here are 10 great marketing jobs in TNT, St. Lucia, Grenada, and Barbados. And it says Trinidad and Tobago brand manager, Massey Distributions. It says also, and it even has here about communication officer and so. So if persons are interested in marketing, those are some areas I encourage persons to look closer to them if they are interested in those areas, in those countries. I'm seeing something that says tropical storm Shane forms in eastern tropical Atlantic, and this was 23 hours ago. It says the tropical storm Shane has formed in the eastern tropical Atlantic Ocean. Shane is the 19th named storm of this year's hurricane season. So there is, another storm forming, and I encourage persons to, look at the development. And as we know, we're in the hurricane season, so it's important for us to actually look and see as it relates to the weather and how best we can prepare for the storms if ahead. So that's something that we could look into. I am now, let's look at some of the articles, even here at WINNFM for some guidance.
Okay, come on. We need some.
So it says tourism youth ambassadors from St. Kitts and Nevis prepares for the 2023 Caribbean Tourism Youth Congress. And it says, and this is interesting. I remember this competition even when during my days, so it's good. When I saw this article actually last night, and I said, well, the competition, imagine, time progresses and the competition is still going, and we've had a number of persons participate each year in this competition. And it's Cameron Ordain of the Washington Archibald High School and Shukra Sharma of the Charlestown Secondary School in Nevis will connect with other junior ministers of tourism at the 2023 Caribbean Tourism Youth Congress in Turks and Caicos Island. So on Friday 13th, 14 junior ministers of tourism will compete for the coveted title of Regional Junior Minister of Tourism and will also serve as an ambassador for their homeland. So the competition was won. The last competition was won by Mr. Brathwaite from the island of Tobago. And so the youth ambassadors won their national titles in 2022, which made them eligible to compete in the Caribbean Tourism Youth Congress, the Junior Ministers of Tourism. So we have a number of them. So we have persons from Antigua and Barbuda, the Bahamas, Barbados, British Virgin Islands, Cayman Islands, Jamaica, Martinique, St. Lucia, St. Eustatius, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Tobago, and Turks and Caicos. So there's going to be, should be, wishing well our nationals from, from St. Kitts and Nevis, our representatives from St. Kitts and Nevis, and hoping that, they put their best foot forward and that they do their best at this competition. And, the investigations go on. On Tuesday, 10th October, we had the murder of a 37-year-old Tyson, and they're saying here that the police force is seeking the public's assistance in apprehending the suspects that committed that crime.
Okay, so
yeah,
come on. Let's liven things up a little bit. All the serious stuff. Come on.
What you want to talk about then?
Well, for one, I wanted to talk about a story concerning. You know who Floyd Mayweather is, right?
No, but you're gonna tell me. Go ahead.
Okay, he's a boxer. You sound like you're upset about something. What's going on with you?
No, I'm not upset.
Come on, you need to loosen up a little bit, man. Come on, you need some coffee. What's going on? You need some coffee. You need some weed. What's up with you this morning?
Why would you?
No. Let's go on to what we're talking about. Forget that.
But let me dispel that.
You need to get a thicker skin, dude. Come on, let's go. Come, bro. Let's go. No. Come on, let's go. No.
You're making certain.
No. Let's go. Okay, let's go.
You're making certain statements that aren't true, and
certain statements. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you said that I appear angry. I'm not angry.
I didn't say you're angry. I said you need to. It's a morning show. Come on, man. Look alive.
I am saying I'm not angry.
Sleep when you're dead. Come on, wake up. It's morning. People want,
Stop making those statements.
Making what statements?
Assumptions.
I'm not making any assumptions.
Let's go on to your story.
Okay, so yeah, Floyd Mayweather. He's a boxer. I know you don't know anything about pop culture, but anyway, yeah, he's a boxer, right?
Stop making those statements, Jamster.
Man, you take yourself too seriously. You are too self-serious. Let's go. We're talking about this story. This is not about you. Come on.
You made it about me by making references to me. So stop it and just continue with your story. Just do that, Jamster. Continue.
Okay, you have something to talk about? Go ahead, because I will not be spoken to like that. Go ahead. Talk about something. Talk about something else.
Wow, talking about who gets angry.
I'm not getting angry, but you
No, you continue to make certain statements.
You take things so serious.
I'm not making
anything. You take everything so serious.
I'm not making anything serious.
You are such a self-serious dude.
But I am not going to stand or sit here. You make certain statements that aren't true, and I'm just going to let it slide.
What statements I made?
First, you said that I'm angry when I'm not.
So I didn't say you were angry.
You made the perception like I'm angry or thin-skinned. There's nothing wrong with me this morning. I'm just a little bit maybe under the weather, but I'm fine.
You need to loosen up a little bit, dude.
There's nothing to loosen because I'm not upset.
You need you need to go get some martinis after work or something. I don't know.
You need to stop making assumptions on persons that, I'm just making random references or making random assumptions. But go on to your story.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. You go ahead. Talk about what you want to talk about. You like to talk about serious stuff, so go ahead. I like to talk about serious stuff. My thing is balance, right? That's
and
what
you
my
can
thing
go
is.
ahead with your story, Jam. So all I'm saying, if you're going to make you want to make an intervention and speak about something, you don't have to make a reference to me or make assumptions to me before you make your stories. You could just go on ahead and make your stories. You could talk about your stories.
Yeah, all I'm saying is you need to come on, relax a little bit, smile. I know you have on a suit. Maybe that has something to do with it.
I'm okay, Jamster.
That's why I'm not a smooth bottom shoe type guy, huh?
Jamster, if you have your
I'm
story,
a suit
just
type guy. So
if you have your story,
we're always gonna be different zip codes when it comes to that.
If you have your story, just go on with your story.
Anyway, Floyd Mayweather, the boxer, as you guys know, right? He got into some trouble yesterday because let me read this. Bishop Talbot Swan, this is somebody I follow on Twitter. He said, Israel cut off electricity, water, and food to Palestinians in Gaza, but hey, send the Learjet over with food and supplies to Israel. That's what Floyd Mayweather did. Floyd Mayweather is now sending his private jet with supplies to Israel after the terror attack and says, I stand with Israel. So, people are really going in on him because they're saying, well, he's no Muhammad Ali because, Muhammad Ali was a much more, let's say, socially conscious dude. And if you know your, maybe your boxing history, your 60s upheaval history, you'd know that he famously didn't want to get drafted to go to Vietnam, and he went to jail for that. So I'll just read a couple comments. So someone said, regarding Floyd Mayweather, let a black homeless man on the street ask him for $20. I find the comments are pretty telling. And it also says here, I wonder if this boxer guy has ever flown his jet into Haiti. Not a pretty good one. So I just thought, another one here, they don't even want black people over there is a funny part. It's stolen land. Can't make this stuff up. No, I wanted to bring that up because I know I have a lot of friends who are on different sides of this issue. And I think a lot of black people kind of see themselves in the plight, kind of see themselves in the Palestinians. So I just found it, and I kind of find it strange to that you're sending a Learjet over there full of goods for the Israelis. I'm not saying he can do what he wants with his money or whatever, but I just thought it was interesting. So I don't know if anyone wants to call and talk about this. I don't know. People don't seem to be really interested in this stuff. But I just thought I'd bring it up. I thought that was one of the most interesting things I saw in the news last night. And I was looking for the comment where they were saying Floyd Mayweather will never be he'll never be like Martin Luther King, Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, and some other people. Where are the comments? Someone says, Floyd, have you done your research? Okay, yeah. So I thought I'd mention that, but we've already poisoned the atmosphere, so I guess this isn't going down as well as it should. Anything else you want to talk about? I just thought I'd bring that to the ear for people to think about.
Yeah.
Also, let me mention this one as well. This is kind of weird, actually, because I don't know if you remember the issue with Will Smith and the slap, the famous slap incident at the Oscars. Apparently, Jada Pinkett Smith says that they have been separated since 2016. So everybody's wondering what was the charade that they were, the charade they've been undertaking for the last 2016. So that's what, about 6 years? And then you all know about the slap and everything. So everybody's wondering. So, and apparently she said she thought that the slap was a skit. She thought when Will went up to slap Chris Rock, she thought it was a skit. And so that is confusing people even more. I just thought that was kind of interesting and worth some comments. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we could take a short break. It's already 8:30, and I know that we're supposed to have persons here from the Media Association, so we could see about that.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is WIN FM.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib. It's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Here are your Hosford Value Mart IGA specials, running October 5th through the 18th. The more you shop, the more you save. For the month of October, get double points on dairy and grocery non-food items. Now, our Value Club Blue Tag specials. Act 2 popcorn, $6.99. Essential Everyday Barbecue sauces, $5.99. Sunny Delight Smooth and Tangy, $5.99. Essential Everyday Shredded and Chunk cheeses, $7.99. Arm & Hammer detergent, $19.99. Gain Ultra liquid dish detergent, $8.49. And now our very low weekly value deals. Starfish chunk like tuna in water, $3.75. Essential everyday quick and old-fashioned oats, $8.99. Quaker granola bars, $12.99. Colgate toothpaste, $7.99. Dole fruit bowls, $14.99. IGA essential everyday cereals, $9.99. Shop smart, shop value mart, and get double points for more rewards today. Continuamos en octubre con los puntos dobles y más recompensas. Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en Value Mart.
Caribbean tourism is dead in the water and wholly dependent on what's next in the United States, Europe, and Canada.
Global cases have now passed 13 million just 5 days after we hit the 12 million mark.
In Jamaica, residents of the parish of Hanover are in shock over the brutal slaying of 6 family members on Thursday night.
Chauvin had his knee on Mr. Floyd's neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds in total.
It's too much. It's too...
The news does not always have to be about this. There's a lot of good news, good stories, good people, good ideas to talk about. So listen up on Thursdays to Only Good News with your host, Enoite Inanga, from 7 to 8 p.m. It's going to be only good news for 1 hour, where we will share good news from stories and people, locally, regionally, and all over the world. And there's more. You will get to hear from people telling their stories of success, breakthroughs, and perseverance as we feature a special guest each week. It's Only Good News, and it's happening this Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. right after the, regular news. Only Good News on WINNFM 98.9 and WINNFM.com.
Find a way to spend your time in positivity.
Okay, it's 8:36, and we are waiting. I'm gonna be. We should have Jermaine Abel joining us soon.
Yes.
Okay.
I am just.
So yeah, we've got the Senkis Nevis Media Association. They're going to be joining us. I think it's supposed to be what's his name? Andre and Jamie, right?
Yeah, and also too, I just want, as we await them, because Jamie just messaged me and told me that she's on her way, and so as we await their arrival, I want to just, this article came up, and it came up 14 hours ago. It's a 3-minute read. It says, St. Vincent to strengthen legislation regarding sex and firearm crimes, and it says, Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves says his administration will soon bring legislation to Parliament providing for stiffer penalties for persons convicted of sex and firearm crimes. Gonsalves said there would be an increase in penalties for some sexual offenses as well as possession of unlicensed firearms, and that the government will be introducing legislation to regulate the tinting of vehicles. And this seemed like a quote from the Minister of National Security, Ralph Gonsalves, and it says, and I quote, because criminals or persons suspected of criminal activities have been using tinted vehicles to make the detection more difficult. And he also adds, quote, I know some persons are getting to object, but I know some persons are going to object, sorry. But the point is, we have to be reasonable and we have to think of the entire country. So in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the Prime Minister is saying that he is going to strengthen legislation, more stiffer penalties for crimes as it relates to firearms and sex crimes. I know that a number of callers have listened on various radio stations, radio station programs, persons who call and indicate for even us here in St. Kitts and Nevis to have stiffer laws as it relates to especially gun crime and the like. And there has been the flip side that says that, even if you have stiffer penalties, that might not be a deterrence for those criminal activities. In fact, one must look at the root cause and see how one can try to prevent or reduce because penalties come after the crime is committed, and so that's a real discussion as to the prevention and perhaps whether harsher penalties actually influence the criminal activity and the number of criminal activity in those areas.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As we await the media association, maybe we should take some calls in the meantime. Caller, go right ahead.
Morning, guys.
Hey, good morning.
And good morning to the listeners home and abroad. Carl Brown here. It is very interesting that the media is coming in there this morning.
Yes.
We have two matters that the media need to address, and also the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, led by Dr. Denzel Douglas, need to address. We still want to know what they are going to do about our ambassador recall. Why is it the holding out and the nation has not been told why the ambassador has been recalled and why someone else is appointed in that place? And if they are going, we need a number of things answered, because she requested to go before the Civil Service Board. That has not happened yet because we have not been told. What is her punishment and why she's being recalled? Number two, yes, the other ambassador, Mr. Natta, make an apology. What is his punishment, or what is going to be done about his behavior? Because remember, it's being said that he had first reported the matter to the police, and then we see an incident occur after the matter was reported and the police probably was working on it. What is to be done about those two ambassadors? The nation need to know. Yes. And on sex crime, I was very disappointed with the court last week. Because here is it, the court give a gentleman 15 years for larceny or building, breaking or thieving, as we locally call it. But then a gentleman raped twice and gets 7 years and 10 years. That is very disappointing, and it's a slap in all of us face in Sinkit. And to me, that gentleman get a walk in the park. He got away with that 17 years for raping not once but twice. And you're going to tell me 7 years is for one and 10 years is for one. And then one guy did a couple of thieving or larceny, breaking or whatever the nice word they like to put to it. And he gets 15 or 17 years. I mean, come on, the courts have to have a standard, and it have to be satisfactory to we, the people out here who are looking forward to justice. And with that rape, that is not justice to the families and to all others out here. It's sickening and disappointing. Again, guys, you have anything to say, any questions?
You know, Carl, when I read the article on the stiffer penalties proposed by the Prime Minister there in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and I talked about, persons calling for stiffer penalties, my mind actually ran on you, because I said, Carl usually calls in on these various programs. So I said, when I read that article, if he's listening, he's probably going to be there happy and say, look at what St. Vincent and the Grenadines are doing. But the discussion, I think, need to be had whether or not in actually having stiffer penalties would make a difference.
I think, right, with rape, to me, rape is like attempted murder, to me, right? Mm-hmm. And when it comes to gun crime, I always say 20 years for the gun and 10 years for every round of ammunition that you find, or 30 years for the gun, 10 or 20 years for every round of ammunition you meet them with. If we don't do something, you can't tell people about 3 years for a gun and 8 years for a gun. That is like you say you're going to go Pebbles and come back. By the time you go down to Pebbles and come back, 8 years gone.
Yes.
Right? So when we are talking about stiffer penalties, They're joking. The same thing with traffic laws. I
Okay,
mean,
Carl.
you can get a ticket $150.
Okay,
That
Carl.
change anything? It's more and more. You don't hear the total ticket that is collected. The government collects every year from with the public out here. That ain't nothing. If we put some $5,000 ticket, we gonna do something. It gonna cut down tremendously. The government gonna be saying we're making no money, and it's good to see that the people are abiding with the traffic rules. That means $150.
Okay, Carl, we have another caller, so let's take the call. Caller, be brief. We have a segment coming up at 8:45. So.
Okay. Yes, I just wondered where was Candy when we needed her to lower the testosterone levels there. I just wondered have we made any statement of the Foreign Affairs made any statement concerning the big issue in the world right now, which is what's happening in the Middle East? Okay, or are we waiting for some joint communique from CARICOM or collectively in the region because we were afraid to take a stand one way or the other? You know, I just thought that we should be out front.
I think the Jamaicans. I think the Jamaicans had a comment, and some other island.
Trinidad as well.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know, it is. I mean, there's no, based on our foreign policy, we should be able to at least come out with a stand, whether it is we reject the kind of violence that is happening there, and call for all sides to put down arms and to protect all civilians, regardless of which side they're on. Okay, I mean, something like that I thought might have been, it's not in your face anyhow, but it is a call to quieten down the things there. And you're not getting anything, you know. That's just an observation that I made.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it could be that they don't think maybe well, they probably have other priorities, political policy priorities, and so on, and maybe they don't think that we're that important to make a comment, and if we don't make a comment, no one's gonna notice. So, what do you think?
I think we should. I think really and truly. I'm just hoping that Ross gets serious soon, so we can talk about the scholarship.
We have one. She said she's waiting on a student, so
okay.
I don't know if she wants to. I'm gonna see if she wants to come in the meantime.
Yeah.
And you know, for all the people pulling out their hair, I've heard way more transgressive things on the radio. All right, so all you people who are, all the people out there saying all sorts of things. We don't live in a perfect world, and I've heard way more out of pocket stuff on the radio, and no one says anything. So, anyone wants to come for me, have at it. Okay, so let's get ready for Ross. I think the student is here. Yeah? Okay, good. So we're gonna let them come in now. Yeah. So Azard, Seems as the student. She told me that she was waiting on a student.
Okay, wonderful.
I think she's here now.
Yes.
So here we go.
Hey, how are you guys doing? Morning. Yes. Hey, morning.
Yeah. So good morning, ladies. So we have two ladies here from Ross University. You can go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Yes. Well, we set up. Yes.
Yeah.
So yes, go ahead. You can introduce yourself. I know many persons know you by now, but we're going through the formalities.
Right. Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Yes.
My name's Regine Jenkins. people also know me as Onika Jenkins, but I am with Ross University for the scholarship program, and I have with me one of our recent program winners, and she's just gone through the process of this summer program as well, and so I'll have her introduce herself.
Good day, my name is Bianca Davis. I'm a second year student at CFBC, and I'm currently studying accounting.
Oh, wonderful. Yes. So you are part of the program. I know when Miss Jenkins was here earlier, you were talking about the scholarship program and asking persons, encouraging persons to apply.
Yes.
And so we have now a student who applied and is a part of the program.
Yes. So we had a delayed start last year. So it was early this year that we were asking persons to come on and apply to the program. We are now starting on time, so we have the application process opened. It closes on October 20th, so we are making our rounds to get people to apply again for the program. And I brought Bianca today because she was able to really fully experience what the program is like. So she can speak to how it went for her, because our program is not just funding, but it affords the students an opportunity to come and get some work experience and do some personal and professional development.
Awesome. So Bianca, tell us, how has the program been for you?
My time at Ross, it was very information dense, but it was very fun at the same time. At first it was intimidating because it was a lot. I had to learn a lot of new system programs. But everyone was very helpful and very patient. So at the end, even though I made mistakes, they walked me through it and I was able to do it.
Let me ask you, which department are you working with? By saying accounts, and I'm assuming the accounting department?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. So you said that you're studying accounts at CFBC, and now you are placed in the environment where you're getting practical experience. Is that something? Is what you're experiencing now any different than you imagined it to be?
I would say yes, it was different. I was intimidated because I was in numbers, accounts. I didn't want to mess up, but it was good for me because it let me know that it was a career path I would like to continue in the future. So I was happy for that opportunity.
Oh, wonderful. You see that, Miss Jenkins, the experience has cemented.
Yes. And I think sometimes people think the program is only for persons who are doing science or interested in becoming veterinarians. But Ross University is a full function. It's almost like an island by itself. We have every department you can think. So if you're interested in teaching, we have a prep school that is for daycare up to grade 8. So the teachers have an opportunity to come down and work in a different system than the local system, right? We have, Bianca said, we have accounting. So we have persons who can work in that area. So we also have, of course, the veterinary side. So we have persons who work in that area. We have facilities. We have to run the campus. So we have persons in plumbing, in, masonry, woodworking. We have various areas. So we encourage anybody in the CFBC or Navy Sixth Form to apply, no matter what area you're in, because we can place you somewhere. My intern this year was a culinary arts student. And, of course, we don't have any kitchens. But she was able to learn project management, event management, and now she knows that wherever she goes, she can put something together and really execute it.
And, I think it's very important what the Ross University is doing through this scholarship program, because for me as a lecturer at CFBC and, interacting with students myself, and to see them, students being placed in positions that they actually get into practical experience, I think that's rather important.
We had one of your students. Yes.
Which one? Tell me.
Zarinik.
Okay, then. Yes.
Zarinik this year. And I think it was good. I mean, our legal department isn't housed here, but she was able to get experience in customer service, in dealing with different persons across ethnicities, across racial backgrounds, and she was able to interact, communicate on various levels because of where she was placed, and I think that was really good for her.
Oh, awesome! Tomorrow, well, Monday, I'm going to ask about it. Yes, that's good. Yes, that's it.
So for us, the application process is open, like I said, and the information was already sent to the schools. So all the students should have already gotten the information of how to apply. And then if they haven't, for some reason, they can reach out to their schools or to me at Ross University.
Awesome. What would you say to your friends at school, your peers, fellow students, about the Ross University experience?
I would say that it was very versatile, as there were many areas you are offered to work in, and even in your current position, it's not one set thing. You learn different things across the experience. So I would tell them that. I would tell them also utilize whatever connections they come into, because there are a lot of highly intelligent people there. So I would tell them that.
Awesome.
There is another part of the program. So you do get your funding for school, and then you get to come and work. But we also do professional development sessions with them every Friday. Yes. So they had to do that. And, you're talking about topics like time management, budgeting, branding yourself, conflict management, emotional intelligence, areas where, they can really work on themselves. So when they move on to other areas of their life, they can really take it with them. Yes. And then we introduced a community project this year. So they and I didn't direct anything. I made them work together as a big group to come up with what that project is, and they did a really good job. They did a cleanup at Keys Beach, and then they had to present in smaller groups an environmental focus, and they did a really good job. So they did those presentations to campus community members, and the different groups had very different ideas. Some of them did videos, put together videos for, so it was really good experience.
Oh, wow. Tell us about it. Which group? Tell us about the group and what Ms. Jenkins has given us a understanding of what happened, but tell us, in your eyes, your experience being a part of that.
With my group, it was a very large group, but despite that, we all worked together and we got along well. During the beach cleanup, it was very rewarding because we got the opportunity to clean up a beach where turtles would lay their eggs and just contribute to the community. And at our ending ceremony, we did various topics like water conservation, and my group did waste management. So at the end, we all got to educate each other on various topics.
Wonderful. And how many students, I don't know if we mentioned, how many students were actually accepted as part of the program this time?
We had 19 scholarship students this year, and then we added an additional intern in the summer. So there's still opportunity to intern with us, depending on if we have additional space. So we added one other student, so we had 20 over the summer.
Oh, wow. Wonderful. And all of them are from the CFPC?
Yes. So this last set, we didn't get any students from NEVA Sixth Form. So we're doing a drive, we did a special drive. And
come on, NEVA Sixth Form, this is a golden opportunity for you.
So we did a special drive. We went over to the school during their orientation to talk to the students and present the scholarship to them. And their principal, Mrs. David, is very, involved in pushing it for them this year, because she really would like them to take the opportunity.
And I think it's a wonderful opportunity. I could just imagine, how much, and you have spoken about how much you have learned and the camaraderie between you and your peers. I could imagine. Yes. And I think it's a wonderful opportunity. 'Cause you're here in St. Kitts and Nevis. Oftentimes you are looking for something to do in the summer. You know, you have a school, you have other things. So you guys are providing finance for them.
Yes.
And also an experience, a work experience. I think those persons who are listening, grasp the opportunity that's presented before you. Don't let it go.
No. We've evolved the program over some time. So initially it was just the funding. Then we added the internship. We added the professional development sessions. Now we are doing the community projects. So, it's evolving. And I think it's just enhancing it for the students, for them to have a more holistic experience and to be able to give back as well. So they are getting and they are also giving back with adding the community project to it.
Awesome. Are there any lasting words that you guys want to leave with us this morning and those persons who are listening?
Again, I would encourage all students to take the opportunity and to apply for the scholarship. You only lose the chances that you do not try on. Overall, you will learn, you will have experience, you will get finance, and it will be something that will stick for you over time, for a long time.
Wonderful.
Yes, so the deadline is October 20th. All the information has been sent to the schools, so the students have it. So, if you know of a student in your area, ask them about it. Ensure they get that information. And if you need any further information, you can call down to Ross University and ask for Miss Jenkins and you'll get to me.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you. And continue to do the good work that you're doing. And Miss Jenkins, you as well, continue to push. I must say that a program like this and being a part of it, I'm sure it's so rewarding.
It is. It's the favorite of my job.
I could imagine. Yes. Sounds
Thank you.
really good. When I heard you guys were coming on this morning, I said, yes, we need to know more about this program, hear more about the experience. And I want to thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
No problem. Anytime, just let
Thank
us
you.
know. Yes.
Okay, bye.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Minutes after 9 o'clock, and we've got Jamie MacPhail. She's a member of the Media Association. I'm going to try and get Jermaine. He's off island. I'm going to get Jermaine on here to join us. So don't forget, coming up at 9:15, we've got Hosford's. They're starting their marketing campaign for the upcoming season, and today is their first segment. So coming up at 9:15, someone from Hosford Marketing Department. Easy.
Yes, so we have with us one of the representatives from the Media Association. Of course, you know Jamie, and Jamie has been a part of media for so long, you know. Yes. And so it's always good to have, persons from the, different stations, different media agencies. Well, yeah, I don't want to put that timeline out there. So tell us what are the plans of the association, and what are you guys doing?
Okay, so the Media Association of St. Kitts and Nevis, I am actually the communication specialist for the association. Now, our main focus within the association has and continues to be that of education and training. We have recognized that we tend to get a lot of bashing in our field. A lot of people are not really satisfied with the quality of work of journalists within the Federation. And you hear those complaints all the time. What we recognize. Hi, Jermaine.
Jermaine?
Hey, morning.
Okay, so what we have recognized is that a lot of the people in the field are new.
Mm-hmm.
So we have set about to try to really raise the standard and provide training, not just for the new people, but for everyone, right? And I guess Jermaine could join in with that. Jermaine is second vice president, right, Jermaine?
Jermaine, you could hear us?
Okay, I can hear you guys, but it's sounding very low.
Oh, okay. So, Jamie was just talking about training provided by members of the association. Did you hear her?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I heard bits and pieces of her, but that's one of our mandates that we came in as an executive with.
Jermaine?
Yes. Sorry about that. That was one of our mandates that we came in with as an executive, because what we've recognized is that a lot of our senior journalists would have, I don't want to say transition, but would have moved on, and a number of young ones are there. So in order to lift the standard of journalism and media in St. Kitts and Nevis, what we decided was, listen, we have to train, we have to enlighten the new generation, and that's what we've been doing over the last year and a half or so.
Okay, so just to piggyback off of some of that, since we reformed the organization, we have offered a number of training opportunities. We have done a financial training workshop. I think we were here the last time where we spoke about that, because what you find is around the time of budget, people within the media usually look to economists and other people who we feel are more versed in that field, because the number, we have to look at the numbers, we have to look at the actual budget itself, because the politician's going to tell you what they want you to know. That's the reality of the situation. So we did that with Kevin Hope.
Yes.
So we did that. It was Jermaine, it was an 8 weeks training.
Yes.
Yeah, it was 8 weeks training. We also looked at the media and the law. Because working within the media field, you have to understand the law. There are many times people fall short of understanding what you can say, what you cannot say to the general public.
Yes.
And we have all faced that. We have all lived through the repercussions of those actions. So we had that workshop. That was a workshop. Normally, the workshop before was a virtual workshop. That was a face-to-face workshop. It was also virtual for other people in the region so that they could join in. We had various people coming and telling us. We had a judge from Trinidad actually telling us what we can do and what we cannot do within media in terms of the law that went on. That went well. We had quite a number of participants, and we are looking forward to providing some more workshops as the year, progresses.
Okay. And German is there? Okay. So that oftentimes persons have made the remarks that, and I think you made mention of it earlier, that the questions asked at these press conferences, even yesterday we were having a discussion, and we were saying that some of the questions seem a bit softball. Would you say that they are softball? Would you say that, yes?
German?
Well, I would partly answer that question this way. What do you define as softball? Because I may ask a question that someone doesn't like, and they would say, "Oh, that's a softball question." But I think people need to understand the context. So I've seen the circulation of all of this. I've been told many a times, you guys don't ask the hard questions. I've been told you guys have prepared questions or you're censored. It's none of that. I think people have to firstly understand how a newsroom operates, and then they can better understand why some questions are asked. First things first, I may be working on a report. I need to get a response for that report. Oftentimes you cannot get politicians, but the easier way is, I have been sitting on this report for 2 months. I'm going to ask a question to complete this report. That's first. Then some people now will have current events that they need to get a question answered. Then they're going to ask that. It's not a case that people are censored or people are necessarily not willing to have a question addressed. It's just that in the day of itself, the reporter has to make a judgment call in terms of what he or she wants to publish. Because let's be frank, no prime minister or the opposition leader or the leader of the People's Action Movement or Dr. Harris, these people have a limited amount of time in which to respond to you, or maybe an hour press conference or 2 hours. Okay. You have a lot of questions in which you want answered, but you have to prioritize which question goes first because they're going to take some time to respond to it. So that in and of itself is where the concern is. So long story short, what do people define as a softball question? We have not gotten a response to that.
Okay.
Okay, for me, yeah. I definitely think there is room for improvement in terms of how certain questions are asked and what people choose to ask. But I also feel that you mentioned the press conferences. I don't go to press conferences, so I can't really speak about that. There is a perception that journalists are afraid. I can speak for myself. I am not afraid to ask anybody anything at all. I have been known to ask politicians and everybody questions that I feel there are some questions I know I'm not going to get an answer for, but I ask them because I am on the record to say I asked that question, right? I know Jermaine has taken on the police force. I don't think Jermaine is afraid to ask any question. Jermaine, are you? Okay. I'm not hearing you.
No, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to ask the questions. I think the concern, to be honest, is that we need to get the public to understand the role that we play, because people want you to ask 50 questions, but realistically, you're not going to get 50 questions asked within an hour. Let's be frank, right? So we have to prioritize that. But as media workers, I think the concern is the public does not understand what we do. People see what we do as easy, but they don't understand the layers behind it.
Okay, we have like 1 minute
I think
left.
that's a cool thing.
We have 1 minute left, and this whole conversation came up too, especially about something that happened recently. Like for the last roundtable discussion, we had a situation where there has been the recall of the ambassador, and a lot of persons felt that that should have been one of the questions asked of the Prime Minister. And I think that is where the whole talk about softball questions came into view, and that's when we had the misconception of being censored.
Well, let me make this lucidly clear. There was no censorship of questions at the Prime Minister's roundtable engagement with the press. Now, having said that, the Media Association will continue to stand against censorship on a whole, right? I cannot say why the journalists, I wasn't there, so I cannot say why the journalists chose not to ask the question on that matter. I know that I have been asking questions and I have gotten some information about that situation, but I guess that's all I can say with the time that we have. Jermaine?
Yes.
Well, just to add quickly, I just want to reiterate the point that there's no censorship. I've not seen any censorship. I just want to make that clear. The association has not received any reports of censorship. Based on when our investigations yesterday, none of the regulars, even those who were at the last round table, they confirmed that there was no censorship. But I think this discussion about censorship is coming from which side of the pond you're sitting on. I just want to make the point quickly. We have this same discussion. The media had the same flack when there was an incident under the former administration. Oh, you guys are not asking this question. Why didn't you guys have this? They had a press conference in the morning. This incident came up. Nobody saw the video. The context was not given, so the question was not asked. We have this same issue here that the media person who were there at the press conference, they said they had the question, but the time was not conducive enough for them to be able to ask the question. I think people must understand the context of the situation before, statements like these are issued about censorship and stuff like that, because people doing censorship statements mean that as an association have international and regional bodies that we have to answer to surrounding censorship. And if it's something of that nature, we would issue a statement condemning censorship, but we have to answer to international bodies and regional bodies about the threat of censorship, especially from a sitting administration.
Okay.
But there was no case of that in this instance.
Okay, Jermaine, we're out of time. It's 16 minutes after 9 o'clock. We have Hosford's coming up next. Jamie, it's nice seeing you. And
you as well.
Yes, and Jermaine, have a great day. We have Hosford's marketing executive coming up next, Adelia Brown. She's going to be joining us.
We're moving in. Nice. Hold on. Hey, small man, bring that man around here. Bring it around here. Move that bass. Move on. Everything right? Do this one for me. Do this one. Nowhere in the land can compare with this location. About
this, riddle that. Hosford's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is again giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash back for free groceries with every hire purchase. Will be given back this coupon season. Happening now. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash back coupon to all our hire purchase customers this coupon season. Starting now until December 2023. You get absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase at our Hosford Furniture and Appliances stores on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. So riddle this. Where can you get quality furniture and appliances at great prices with a flexible FlexPlay plan and with absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase? Riddle that. Cashback at Hosford Furniture and Appliances on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. Riddle this, riddle that. Hosford Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is giving you over $250,000 in cashback and a chance to win free groceries for a year. Riddle that cashback. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
And we are back. We have Adelia Brown. Good morning, Adelia.
Good morning. How are you?
Yes, I'm great. Well, it's nice to know that Hosford is kicking off its marketing push for the upcoming Christmas and Carnival season. And I was told that you're going to be here with us the second Thursday in every month.
Correct.
And this is the first. So take it away.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Yes, I'm wonderful. Thank you so much. And how are you?
I am good. I can't
Awesome. So tell us about this morning. Tell us what Hosford is doing.
Well, every year and even during this period of time from June to December is really our aggressive marketing time.
Oh, awesome.
Yes. So we always come up with exciting campaigns to get customers into really the spiel of Christmas, to give them a feel, to let them know that we're going to be giving back an extreme amount of things for this Christmas
I can't wait to hear.
So we started off back in September doing what we call double points, or double point system in Value Mart. And what this essentially is that for specific categories of products, you're going to, if you were saving 10 cents on a product, you'll now be saving 20 cents on this particular product. So it's really geared towards the supermarkets, and this is in both St. Kitts and Nevis where we're actually going to be doing our double point system. Now, this month we have teamed it all treats, no tricks, as playing off of the Halloween season.
Yes.
And the categories that we're going to be doing for this month, we're going to be doing grocery non-food items as well as the dairy products. Now, everybody's going to ask, what are the grocery food non-items? These are items that are not necessarily edible, but they're really within those categories of things. And some of the items are actually drinkable, because we know we have wines that would fall in the grocery non-food items. We also have in these categories household cleaning items, laundry items, cat and dog food. We have soap and sanitary items, the disposable cups, plastic wares. These are what we'll call grocery non-food items, as well as all of the dairy products that are now you're going to be capitalizing on double points for this particular season up until the end of October.
And I'm thinking this would fit right in, because Hosford's Value Mart. So this is the Value Mart when you go and shop into Value Mart and you're picking up these items.
Yes, correct. So right now it's really your time to start saving on these particular products, and then in November we're going to come with another set of categories that are going to change.
And all of these are going to be added to your points.
That's correct. And you get points at the last quarter of the year, because we release quarterly rebates, and the last set would be the beginning of December. So it's either that you're going to use them at the start of November, or you're going to wait until the Christmas season when you're doing your heavy Christmas shopping to actually use your points.
And you could do like me, if you don't remember that, every time you reach, you say, any points there? Any points?
Correct. And the wonderful thing about our cashiers is that they are going to tell you that you have points to be redeemed. So sometimes you don't even have to ask, they just let you know. And so this is going to be taking place, and this is why we keep encouraging everybody, use your shopper's card, no matter what subsidiary of Hosford that you use,
when you go in, use your shopper's card so you can accumulate your points. So at the end of the quarters or every quarterly, we can give you these rebates and you can capitalize and get as much points, as much money. Sometimes you actually walk in, make a shopping, and it actually covers your entire bill.
Exactly. And it's all, and this in my mind thinks about giving back. So you're buying and you're getting back something in return.
Correct. And you are actually going to see these savings. So right now, like I said, between now and the end of this month, we are doing the double points on grocery, non-food items, as well as the dairy products. So you want to save as much as possible. We have this store very laid out for everybody, so you don't have to guess and wonder what these products are, what these particular items are. You go into the store and you're going to see they're going to be pasted everywhere where you're able to capitalize on the double points as much as possible.
Double points is double time.
And everybody know we like the idea of giving back, and we like the idea of doing double, because right now it's actually our double cashback coupon season for our furniture department. So,
so everybody getting something.
Correct. Everybody's going to get something, and right now, like I said, double points, double cashback would apply to just the furniture store now. This is where when you go in and you make any higher purchase of an amount of $1,500 or more, you're going to get cashback coupons for free groceries to Value Mart. So let's say you go in now and you spend $6,000, you're going to get 10% back of that in the amount for coupons for Value Mart. So you want to think about that as well.
Wonderful. And a lot of persons have been talking about the rise in cost of living and everything like that. So this is an opportunity for them to actually shop smart.
Yes,
and I think in shop smart, shop Value Mart.
Of course, because we like to play on these.
Yes.
We like to tie everything in, and we're gonna incentivize you as much as possible to save. That is one thing that we're extremely good at, and we're gonna give you the savings wherever we can, and we usually pass the savings along too. We've given away up to last year more than $1 million in these cashback coupons for Value Mart. So you want to take that into consideration. It happens in Nevis as well, because we've never forgotten our sister island of Nevis, where when you make any higher purchases over there for a furniture store, you're going to actually get your cashback coupons as well. So we don't leave anybody out. Once you make any purchase, all we advise is that once you know you're going to be coming to the store, to make the process as easy for you as possible, walk with all your documentation. Now that would be 2 pieces of government issued ID, a bill for verification of address, as well as your job, your payslip, and your most recent payslip, I might add. So that in the event, even if you're going to make a purchase today and you wasn't sure, you'll just be able to easily walk in, and you don't have to keep consistently coming back to bring your information, so that we can run that higher purchase for you and make it as easy as possible, so you get in and out of our stores without any hassle at all.
Wonderful. So you have the double points on the grocery non-edible
yes,
items.
Non-food and dairy.
Yes,
and we have
dairy.
The double cashback in our furniture department. And then also right now from the 15th of October, we're actually going to be running a promotion in store for paints. And this would cover our Sisson paints that we launched last year in November. Now with this, it's only when you purchase 2 specific items of Sissons that you're going to be actually entered into the draw, and it's going to be like a lottery system. So I'm not going to take the responsibility of having to pull out and decide who wins. But once you purchase any Easy Clean or Text Coat Sissons paints from our building centers, that is in both St. Kitts and Nevis, you get an entry into a draw. Now this is very simple, Azard. Once you make the purchase and you get a receipt from the customer, there's a QR code that we're going to have stationed at our point of sale system. You're going to scan it in. You're going to be responsible for inputting your information, i.e. your name, your address, as well as your telephone number. It will also ask for your email address, but that is not compulsory that you actually have to put it in. But once you get those basic information, the simplest, easy information inputted, as well as your receipt number, you're going to retain that receipt, you send it in, and it's very simple. And at the end of the draw, which is December 15th, somebody's going to walk away with a $2,000 value of a painted room.
Wow.
So you get to decide what room you want painted, what color, but we're going to be there to actually give you the funds to provide everything for that to be a reality.
Awesome. I'm thinking about persons, those are thinking, those persons who are interested in renovating their homes and want to add an extra splash. This is the opportunity for them to be a part.
Yes, and it's really the time of the season because, we're very big on sprucing up for the Christmas season. We Kitchens and Divisions have made it like a big deal to actually spruce up for the Christmas season. So,
and Hosford has given them the opportunity to make it even more easier.
Correct, and we're going to be giving away
to make it easier, yes.
So many more things, and I'm going to be here, like he said, I'm going to be here every month just to give you information with regards to how you can win every single thing, because trust me, we've been aggressively working on campaigns that is going to actually be giving back more to the customers that we actually did last year. And I don't know if you've looked at our campaigns from last year, it was very aggressive. But this year, we're going to be giving back even more. So you want to take pay special attention to that information while we're going to be giving it out and the amount of things that we're going to be doing for this Christmas season.
Oh, wow, awesome. I am loving all of these ideas. I'm
and
sure
don't
persons
forget
listening.
Our automotive department. Right
you have
now,
something for everybody
of course,
then.
We have something for everybody. We're going to be doing 25% off of batteries, and if you buy 3 tires, you're actually going to be getting 1 for free. So right now, if you're in the market to change your battery, or if you're in the market to get 4 new tires and you're not sure of how costly it's going to be, check out our automotive department. We're going to be running this up until the 31st of November. So the 30th of November. So you want to pay special attention to that because it's going to be running really long and very extensive. So you're able to capitalize on the 25% off as much as possible and actually buy 3 tires and get 1 for free. So these are things that we're going to be doing up until the 30th of November. Pay special attention to that. If you're not sure about what other information that we're going to be, just listen out here and other radio stations. We're going to be there live and lively just to broadcast every single thing that we're going to be doing up until the end of the year.
Oh, wow. Wonderful, guys. Hosford is a place, especially during this time. Oh, guys, go down. If you can't remember anything what has been said, just go into Value Mart, go into the Hosfords and just said, what are the deals today? What are the deals for this season? And I want to say thank you so much. You have been such a breath of fresh air this morning, and the way in which you have delivered and you have given us what Hosford has to offer this time.
Yes, and you have to remember, Troy Hosford's first. We always have great deals on many items, and we're going to be giving back a lot more for this Christmas season.
Awesome. See you soon.
All right.
Yes.
Riddle this, riddle that. Hosford's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is again giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars in cashback for free groceries with every hire purchase. We'll be giving back this coupon season. Happening now. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in cashback coupon to all our hire purchase customers this coupon season. Starting now until December 2023. You get absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase at our Hosford's Furniture and Appliances stores on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. So riddle this. Where can you get quality furniture and appliances at great prices with a flexible FlexPlay plan and with absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase? Riddle that. Cashback at Hosford Furniture and Appliances on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. Riddle this, riddle that. Hosford Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is giving you over $250,000 in cashback and a chance to win free groceries for a year. Riddle that cashback. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Get the drive with Lucozade Energy. Buy Lucozade and enter for a chance to win the grand prize of a Toyota Hilux. Plus, win up to 500,000 instant prizes, including Fitbit watches, GoPros, earbuds, Amazon gift cards, and free Lucozade. To enter, buy one of the Lucozade Energy promo bottles and look under the cap for your code. Enter it online or send it via WhatsApp, see press, and social media for details. Buy, win, and get the drive with Lucozade Energy today. Lucozade, taste the energy.
On me clothes and me looking well dapper. Stepping out tonight with Ramona and Sasha. Run to the fridge for me secret trick. 2 buckle of Magnum, now everything's set. You don't know, one girl can't manage me. When me under me Magnum, all 2 or 3. Mickey a buckle to me, granddaddy. Cause later on tonight, he might expect a lady. You want the energy for do the things that you do. Drop it in Magnum with the vigor and glue. Ladies, give you the vibe, it more quick. And all them on them, give you that strong extra lift. Magnum tonic wine, energy when you need it.
Like us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/ramsupermarket. Follow us on Twitter, www.twitter.com/ramsupermarket. And subscribe to us on YouTube, www.youtube.com/ramsupermarket.
We moving in. Nice, nice. Hey, small man, bring that man around here. Bring it around here. Move that bass, move that bass. Everything right? Do this one for me, do this one. Nowhere in the land can compare with this location.
9:34. And we've got some members of the St. Kitts Nevis Youth Parliament Association.
Yes.
Good
Morning to everyone. How are you guys doing?
Good morning, I'm good.
Awesome. So I'm going to ask you to introduce yourselves so you could get, so the persons who are listening and viewing can get an understanding of who you are.
Hello, good morning, everyone in Radio Land and those joining us on YouTube and other platforms. My name is Hassani McDonald, and I am the current president of the St. Kitts National Youth Parliament Association.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Duana Bradley. I am the former General Secretary of the St. Kitts National Youth Parliament Association.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Deshaun Newman. I am a general member of the St. Kitts National Youth Parliament Association.
Okay, so I know Youth Parliament has been around for some while. I have been a member of the Youth Parliament, and there are a number of persons who, you know, like anything, might not be aware of what the organization is about. So could you give us a brief description of the organization, the activities, its focus?
Well, this SCANIPA, as we call it, is a youth parliament association, and it is an association open to persons ages 12 to 30 who are interested in learning about parliamentary procedures, debating topical issues affecting youth with both locally and regionally, and also just if you're interested in volunteer work and giving back to your communities. That's what we focus on mainly. So our flagship events are usually youth parliament sittings, but over the years we have of course evolved. We of course do presentations right here in radio, at WINNMedia. We do talk shows on ZIZ. We do volunteer initiatives within the communities. We participate in regional debates, that's regional youth parliament debates. We have youth forums, a plethora of activities. And so I'm hoping that just this brief overview would give persons an idea on or an understanding of what our association do.
Wonderful. And for you, Donna, you've served as the former secretary of the Youth Parliament, General Secretary. What would have really inspired you to become a member of the Youth Parliament?
Well, initially I joined because I wanted to, get some more experience in public speaking. It wasn't really my forte. I've gotten more open to it as I've been a member of SCANIPA over the past few years. I also wanted to learn a bit more about parliamentary procedures.
Awesome. And what about you, Deshaun?
I joined because I love the organization. I'm one who loves SCANIPA. I love the parliamentary procedures, the volunteer activities that they do, and how they give back to the community. I really like the organization.
Awesome. So there was an activity just recently involving members, youth from across the region. Could you give us more information on that activity?
Well, it was the first ever Eastern Caribbean Currency Union Youth Parliament debate, and so we saw participation from youths all across the Eastern Caribbean. That's Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada. I'm hoping I'm not missing anyone. Montserrat. Yes. And so these persons, or these youth parliamentarians, joined together to discuss a resolution focusing on quelling youth violence within the region. Because as we have seen in recent times, there has been an upsurge in youth violence and violence in general. And so as youth parliamentarians, we join our voices together to give ideas to the powers that may be, governments, etc., on initiatives that could be implemented to reduce crime within the communities.
Awesome. And you served as the Speaker of the House in that.
Yes.
How was it for you?
Well, it was, of course, a humbling experience. Of course, it is always a wonderful experience to serve within the youth parliament, whether I'm a debater, whether I'm the speaker, whether I'm the clerk. And so for that, participating in the inaugural one and seeing it come to actual fruition, because it's something that we've been discussing since last November.
Oh, wow.
And so seeing it come to full fruition with the awesome planning of our joint oversight committee, including members like Mauriel Knight, Cara Daly Ferdinand, Vicky Edwards Douglas, Kamali Mannix, and Celine. Those last two persons are from Antigua. And so they joined forces and made that happen. And so it was really a great experience participating, hearing young persons share their views and, give recommendations, solid recommendations to ways of decreasing violence within our communities and across the region at large.
Oh, awesome. And Dawana and Deshaun, you both participated as members of the Assembly. Could you give us more information on your role and the experience?
Okay, so I served on the government bench. The experience was really eye-opening. It was awesome to meet all of the young people from across the region, hear their views, hear firsthand some of the things that they would have experienced in their own countries. The action plan, the government put together an action plan to quell youth violence, as the resolution said. And the action plan really was, it was very thought through. We explored possibilities to quell youth violence, things such as, more reforming the HFLE subject area, paying more attention to it really, because, for me, when I was in school, HFLE, we looked forward to it for a very different reason as to why we should, which is to learn more about ourselves and, develop as human beings. We look forward to it because it was a free session. So we explored areas like that. We explored using sports as an avenue to, get young people more interested in participating in sports rather than turning to violence.
Yes.
Deshaun, we have served on the opposition, and of course, as the opposition, you would try to combat some of the measures that are put in place. So perhaps he can give and lend his voice to some of the things that he mentioned throughout the parliament debate.
Okay, so some of the things I mentioned was not really one of the issue and the problems, and identifying the problems that the government brought forward. Is one of ensuring that we act on these issues, that we make sure that we, make these issues our priorities, and make sure that we focus on these issues, and not just to say that we're going to do this and then it's not happening, because that does happen. They say it and it doesn't happen. So one of the things I focused on was to bring about action when it comes to the reduction of crime, and make sure that we prioritize reducing crime, because it is something that is necessary for us to do in order for us to be a proactive country. It's necessary.
So tell me, you said that this has been in the plan from since you made it seem like a long time, like November just last year, and so to
Yes.
me, this to get this really on the way in about less than a year. I think that's amazing. I think you guys should be congratulated on the work that you put in.
And of course, we would have to pay big homage to Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, who came on board from the time the initiative was recommended. They were on board, and of course, we experience it all the time. A lot of persons say, "Yeah, we will donate, we will assist you financially," and they just, you have to run them down.
Mhm.
But ECCB was on board. They were just like, "We're gonna make this a part of our 40th anniversary activities. We're gonna give you a contact who you're gonna liaise with to bring everything that we need to be a part of." And we were invited to their opening ceremony for the 40th anniversary. The committee remained in contact with the liaison person, Leon Bullen, big up Leon.
Mhm.
And, it was, of course, there were challenges, but it was seamless having ECCB's backing. And, just a regional body that supported regional youth parliamentarians doing and recommending these actions to governments, the respective governments. And I mean, persons, of course, would be like, yeah, you talk about youth violence, but just the day before the sitting, we saw in Anguilla where a 14-year-old, I think it was gunned down right close to the school, a school that one of the participants attend. So,
Wow.
it was like, wow, this sitting was really fitting, it was very timely, and it showed that, youth can give their views and opinions on topical issues affecting us.
Mhm. There are some persons who have the opinion that these debates are just, ways and means, opportunities for persons to talk and talk eloquently. Is there more that is behind this? Is there more that the Parliament and members of associations like these are doing to do more than just talk?
Well, that is one of the things that the first member for Antigua and Barbuda mentioned, Ezekiel Francois. He spoke about actually going into the communities and getting things done. But apart from that, I mean, sometimes persons really view the opinions of youth as mere lip service. And that is the kind of respect that they give to you, young persons, when we have a voice on these kind of issues. Oh, them they're just young people, they're talking, they know what they're talking about. But really and truly, if it is that you sit with the young people and take these ideas into consideration, we can in fact see a reduction in the crime. And of course, young persons need that seat at the table to be able to generate their ideas. Like, the leaders won't have it all. Yesterday, they had a consultation at the Marriott about transforming things to a sustainable island state, and the government was pleading with young people to generate ideas. And so this is a part of what Scanaipa and other regional bodies do. We help the government, we give our ideas, we give our recommendations, we give our solutions that we think can assist with the problems that we are experiencing in our countries, our respective countries. And so now it's for the government to take these ideas and put them into motion. And of course, we can contribute by assisting in terms of, if it is that they're going to have campaigns to say no to violence and no to guns and no to drugs, then we can participate. But I mean, it starts, we have a part to play. And I think that participating in these kind of forums is our association fulfilling one of our mandates in giving ideas and solutions on topical issues affecting our young people.
Okay. Deshaun, you are, I think, of the three here, you are perhaps the most recent member of the association. What would have encouraged you to join the youth parliament?
The youth parliament, as I said before, I was interested in the St. Kitts National Youth Parliament and what they do.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
As parliament, their parliamentary procedures, and not only that, but the volunteering that they do and the community that they help. St. Kitts Scanaipa actually has say in things. They actually, when we say stuff, so a lot of the times they are put into bills, into resolutions. A lot of the times we have an impact on the federation and the region at large. So that's one of the reasons I joined the association.
Has that expectation been met in terms of, are you seeing them doing that?
Oh well, a good amount of the times we have an influence in government policies and government issues. A substantial amount of the times, but not all of the time. Sometimes some of the stuff we stay go unnoticed, but a good amount of the times we have an influence on the government.
And if I may also add that just yesterday again, while I was listening to the forum, the consultation that they had with young persons about transforming saying it's not just a sustainable island state. And a lot of the issues that were being discussed, Candisie had tabled in Parliament, making recommendations to the government. We've debated orange economy, blue economy, and tapping into the blue economy and developing sustainable practices within the blue economy also to generate jobs, etc. We spoke about switching from the fossil fuels to more to renewable. Is renewable or non-renewable sources that is drawing from solar, wind, etc. We've had debates on that. We've had debates on introduction of electric cars. We've had all those debates, and so it's interesting now that we're having this discussion. And of course, I'm happy that it's manifesting. And going back to what the person said about it's just gonna be talk. We may not live to see it being manifested, but the fact that we generated those ideas, the fact that we put those ideas before debated them in youth parliament, they may sometime manifest, and we can know that we participated in the decision-making process. We assisted governments in shaping their policies and action plans towards transforming saying it into a sustainable island state.
Wonderful. Yes, and so those persons, if you have persons who are interested in joining your parliament, what would you say to those persons in terms of what does Candisie offer to them and how could they actually apply? So the offer and application.
So the offer, Candisie is a training ground for a lot of young persons. We see persons who have passed through our association rise to be prominent persons within society, lawyers, doctors, permanent secretaries, you name it, we have it. And so we, of course, embody a spirit of excellence, and everything that we do, of course, we encourage our members to do it to the best of their ability. There's a standard that we try to uphold, and so we offer training for persons in proposal writing. We offer trainings in understanding the Constitution, of course, which you would have assisted with. We offer training, guys, you can help me with the training that we offer. Public speaking. We offer training in parliamentary procedures, of course, so we often meet with the clerks of the National Assembly, different persons within the National Assembly to understand what is happening. We have had trainings from the Financial Secretary on budget talks and understanding the budget process. We've had training in CPR. It's a well-rounded organization. So yes, we focus heavily on the youth parliament and the parliamentary procedures, but of course we understand that if you have to join government, you may be a minister of agriculture, and so we've debated and had training in agricultural, sustainable agricultural practices, and we've had debates on diversifying the economy when we studied COVID-19. So it's a well-rounded, and we offer a plethora of training activities. And so we tell persons, if you're going to apply to Candisie, be ready to work. Candisie looks good when we come out and we put on this, what persons that just say a grand show in Parliament, but there's a lot of training that goes on in the background. There's a lot of work that goes into ensuring that these activities are of a certain caliber and of a certain standard. And so we don't want persons to join the association mainly to occupy the role and make it hard for us to get a quorum. We want persons who come in, willing to work, willing to be a part of the greatness, willing to dabble in the excellence that we offer. And so if persons are interested in joining this executive, we plan to have a membership drive next January. And so look out for that. We have also some very important activities coming up in Youth Month, so they can also look out to that. And as we just continue to ensure that we lend to nation building, our motto is equality and justice in nation building, and so we try to, of course, give as much as we can to develop our nation in the best way possible.
Okay, and you have mentioned that the executive has some plans I know that you are the new president of the St. Kitts National Youth Parliament Association, and you have mentioned the membership drive. Is there anything, usually there's something that when you head an organization, there's oftentimes something that you really want to accomplish in terms of some particular thing. What is that particular thing that you would hope the association accomplish during your term?
Well, having ascended to the presidency role, I have recommended to the association, and they have duly accepted my proposal of SCANIPA adopting one of the Sustainable Development Goals and having our activities focused around that. And so we have decided on climate action, and so throughout our year, you would see activities that that supports climate action. That's one of the Sustainable Development Goals. And of course, it ties into the whole agenda of the government, of them wanting to transform St. Kitts into a sustainable island state. And so we are hoping that we would have the necessary conversations with them and that they may partner with us to get these activities done. So even in Youth Month, we want to have a debate that will be centered around banning single-use plastics. That's something that they spoke about yesterday at the forum as well. And so they said they had a three-phase approach to it. And so, of course, we will engage them to see how it is that we can lend our voice as a youth parliamentarian to this project. Also, we want to have a youth forum that will tap into green skills. So if you say you want to be a sustainable island state, what skills that we need going forward? Mm-hmm. Of course, you can't have everybody being doctors and lawyers. We need to diversify the economy, diversify the jobs, diversify the scholarships that are being offered. What areas do you need to see more persons serving in? And I think the youth and the young people of the nation, they are greatly poised to assist with this, because there are persons who may not want to tap into the normal schemes. We have the creative economy coming up, we have agriculture, there are different avenues for young persons to lend their support in this whole scheme of becoming a sustainable island state. And so we want to see how best we can identify those skills and how best we can inform persons, educate the public about the necessary skills that's needed to assist the government and the nation at large. And so, yes, our activities, as I said, for this year will be focused around climate action. And so, of course, if there are persons who are looking to partner, you can always reach out to us on any of our social medias. That is St. Kitts National Youth Parliament Association. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, and we are on Twitter. And of course, if you see a member on the road, you can always just hit them up, tell them, I see you all on the radio, I see you all somewhere, and I want to be a part of it. I want to join, I want to learn, I want to support, I want to collaborate. We are open.
Yes. So I want to say thank you to all of you for being here this morning. Is there any lasting words? Is there any lasting words that you guys want to give both Duan and Deshaun as it relates to, youth parliament and being a part of the organization? Anything you want to share with us?
Well, I would just like to reiterate what Hassani said in that we encourage persons to join when we do have our membership drive next year. But once you are prepared to join, you have to come prepared to work. You have to come prepared to be productive and, really passionate about youth work and helping the community.
Awesome. What about you, Deshaun?
And don't
Deshaun,
yeah. And don't be afraid to join because of all the work and stuff that Duan and Hassani has said. It's also a fun. We also make the work fun and collaborative, and it's like a community in Scanaipa where we love you and respect each other.
Okay, awesome. I want to say, again, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part. I think you have said a lot that those persons who perhaps were not aware of Scanaipa, its function, its mandate, I think they have a better understanding of it now. And I think opportunities like this present to individuals to the opportunity to be a part of the organization and to work with Scanaipa. And so I want to say thank you. I do hope that you have a pleasant morning. Well, continue to have a pleasant morning. And I do hope that you have a wonderful day going forward and rest of week.
Thank you for having us. You as well.
No problem. So, guys, as we wind down on Island Tea this morning, I just want to thank those who continue to listen to the program, who continue to give their input. We've had a very packed schedule this morning. We spoke with the Media Association, we spoke with SL Hosford, we spoke with Ross University, the scholarship opportunity that, is presented to students at the sixth form and CFPC level. And right now we have just spoken with the Youth Parliament, the St. Kitts National Youth Parliament Association. So guys, continue to stay tuned to Island Tea, continue to engage, and I want to thank those persons who continue to listen, who continue to engage, who continue to comment, whether it is on our Facebook or YouTube pages. So thank you guys, and see you tomorrow on another edition of Island Tea.
And just to remind the listeners that Hosford's today was the first of ongoing sessions they're going to be doing on the second Thursday every month. So this is the first, and Christmas and Carnival coming up, and she referenced Halloween as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just so
trick,
you know.
no treat. Wait. Treat, no tricks.
Treat, no trick.
Yeah, treat, no tricks. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, folks. So we catch you guys tomorrow on Island Tea.
Yes. Awesome.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I come in Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, hover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are in the exit. Stairs might broke up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck.